I'm in the waiting area of Buvuma Island where people sit before the ferry comes. It travels 4 times a day. And by the way, if you do not know, the ferry is free of charge. You go in like a typical you. Now, one interesting thing, if you have a car, is they want the permit number of your car before you get in with the vehicle. So, nice to keep that in mind. I know some of you are driving and the permits, yeah, you're thinking about it, but you get the idea. I'm sitting here because just waiting for the boat to take us back. The ferry has gone back, and we are going back with yeah, we are going back with the boat. Not that they left us. By the way, have you subscribed yet? Please do so, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. And there is a ferry that takes you to Buvuma. Before long, I'm on it and we are off to the island. By the way, the ferries are slow, gentle, and calm. For I know some of you are used to speedboats where you're hitting waves and you're almost jumping off, but with the ferry, this ride is extremely slow. I don't know what I mean by extremely slow because I do not know an alternative, unless if you're like Jesus who walked on the water. But if you're talking about in terms of it is slower than the normal travel methods, I think that's to be a little bit more specific. But here we are chugging along our Lake Narubale. There's a wide expanse of water that you, every direction you look at, apart from the islands that are dotted all over the horizon. But well, it's quite a nice place to be in, and birds fly by to say hello and say greetings to those who are seated. Down there is the passenger section. Plenty of people actually traverse this lake as they do business, gossip, relatives, and all that kind of thing. Please visit Buvuma or Chiyindi landing site one of these days and see the beauty, very natural beauty. But the road should be worked on, honestly. And 40 minutes later, there is a land ahoy. Yet you were seeing it even before you came. But that is traveling over the waters. You always relieve that you're stepping on firm ground. I've been here for some time and I'm happy to report to you, not even happy, that the Ugandan border reads from the similar book, exhibits the same behavior, and performs exactly as a borderman will always do. The madness is not only in Kampala, it is universal. The moment you get a motorcycle, there is some motorcycle software that is downloaded into the man's being. I'm saying it man because the majority are men who behave the same way. There are a number of places. There's a restaurant here and a shop. When you get tired of waiting, because the time of the ferry is well known. You could pass by and eat. And also one thing I wanted to tell you is that the government has really put toilets, where you can ease yourself at all points. I think some islands don't, but this point has, and even the other side where we came from has a place of convenience where you do not have to spread stuff all over the place. And after going in there, the report I have for you is that it is for people who are desperate. You know how the smell, they call it nose shattering, but it's better than, when you think about it, it's better than where people are spreading love and peace all over the place. So let me continue walking as I find out more about this amazing place. I didn't know, but people are also like taxis. You know, where Faraso border, you're waiting someone and he says, I'll be there within 1 minute. And every time you call, it is 1 minute. So we have been waiting for that 1 minute category. Eventually they will turn up, but well, it's the same behavior. I'm from this wonderful restaurant here called the Lakefront. She says most cases if you want something to eat, it is ordered for, because when the ferry drops, the clients just walk off. So like at this time there is nothing like food, but drinks are available in the fridge. It is up to you to decipher what drinks we are talking about. I'm heading this other section of this island. There are cows around, goats around, and the palm trees are over in the distance. Now where I'm planning even to go looks swampy. There are stones placed here where you can navigate. Let's do the balancing game, and in case I fall down, that is part of the business. They call them occupational hazards. Yep. If you don't want to get dirty in the mud, don't go and play vlogging games in an island. So far so good, my balance is good. But here the section, this grass, you can never know what you're stepping into. And the lake flies are really a menace around ends like this. I've heard it said somewhere there were people who went to the beach and complained. You know, when people review places they have visited to, and there was somebody who was complaining, we were not told about the sand. So the place had too much sand for them. That's part of it. It's funny coming to an island and without a lake like this, and you're complaining about the dirty soil, the clay mud. This side is so pristine and calm. The water is even a little bit different. It looks clear as opposed to there where it looks green. Now I'm climbing a rock, climbing a hill further into the. Oops. To be honest, don't tell me what happened. I've chickened out. As I turned the corner, there are people, and I'm like, let me get out of here. So finally, I found somebody to explain to me why the other place is called Chiyindi. There used to be a lot of Indians there who would trade, like trading, fishing, and like somebody would say, hey, I'm going to the Bahindis place. As I told you, Bahindi is Indian. So Chiyindi means a place where the Indians are. So there used to be very many, and that's how the name came. We Africans, we don't stress ourselves over names. We look at something within the vicinity and off we go. So as people swim around me as they come out of the ferry, our boat has also come. I'm like, if we had gone still with the other ferry, we would have been doing something else. I was told this works with the ferry also. It is for search and rescue. I can imagine the speeds it runs at. Okay, finally back on land at the Chindi landing site, and what else? Nice to be back on land. And by the way, the Indians were just by a mean. That's what I wanted to add. See you in the next video.